Life during the Great Depression was like a roller coaster with many ups and downs and turns. My family experienced many difficulties after this complicated time in our country's history. Though life was hard, we made the best of it, and we continued to move forward, hoping for better times. One of the difficulties that I experienced growing up was moving from place to place as often as every 2 years. We did so because my dad had to find work to support our family. We moved to many different places, like Washington and Virginia, and every time we moved, I was left feeling lonely and had to work hard in making new friends. My father bought a laundry, and on the weekends my siblings and I would help fold this laundry while listening to our favorite radio show, Big John and Sparky. I also had to learn to be creative while I was doing my chores, like reading a book and still working to finish whatever task I had been given. Since I was the oldest of my siblings, I would have to solve all of the many heated arguments between them, like who got the last cookie or who had to do what chores for the week. Well, despite the many extra duties, I did have fun with my siblings. After my parents left for work and our assigned jobs were done, we'd play games, like an exciting adventure of tag in the dark. In school I did very well, but it wasn't a place to find fun. And when I was 10 years old, my father bought a television. I was overcome with pure excitement about getting to watch this new black and white box. But many times I chose to read instead of watch the television. I didn't always just read. Sometimes I would steal away to the nearby creek until it was lunchtime, escaping my everyday life. And when I finished elementary school, my younger brother was having trouble with his schoolwork, and with my mom gone and my dad working a lot, I tried to become his tutor and to help him with his studies. School was too hard for him, and I felt bad that I couldn't help make it easier. One of my most cherished memories is that when my dad was done with work for the day and the kids' tasks and the homework were done, he would play Monopoly with us. But despite giving it my best effort, I often lost. And at times, it was hard to find the way to be happy for the winner, who was usually my dad. One day, I got so mad that I left the game in a huff, and my dad addressed me saying, "Are you upset?" I shook my head in response, trying to keep my tears from dripping on the freshly cleaned floor. As I got older, I was blessed in meeting and marrying my loving husband, Mr. Pletka. We've had a wonderful life together, including having our beloved son, Bob Pletka. My husband, an avid fisherman, has loved fishing so much that he instilled that love in our son. And every time Mr. Pletka would leave to go fishing, when he was little, Bob would follow him like a baby penguin following his daddy. Fishing is a passion that Mr. Pletka and his son still share today as they plan the calendar year for whatever opportunity possible to enjoy fishing together. My life has had many ups and downs and twists and turns, and there have been bumps in the road, but I have had a good life. I've learned from my many challenges as well as my satisfying accomplishments. Probably California, because when we came down the road and saw palm trees next to the ocean, that was like a marvel. And when I saw that the water would just come rolling in, spill on the shore, and move back out, I was just speechless. When I moved a lot, I always left people behind. And I remember in the 8th grade when I was leaving, a very good friend who lived close by. She said, "You're moving?" I said, "Yes." She says, "What will I do? You're my best friend." I said, "Well, you'll make new friends." And it never even occurred to me that you have a friend that stays there for a long time. Actually, there's 2 things that come to mind. One is because of the many difficulties that we had. We learned that we didn't always expect that things were going to turn out all right. And so he had faith. He believed that there is a God who would watch over us and help us through the most difficult times.